Virtual selling. The old game is dead. Once upon a time, you could read the room, shake a hand, and leave with a signed contract. You could take your client out for lunch, build rapport over coffee, and let your charisma do the work. But those days are over. The shift to virtual has redefined everything. Today, every meeting happens on a screen. Every first impression is pixelated. Every moment of connection, influence, and persuasion must now cut through a barrier of glass, noise, and digital distraction. You no longer walk into a boardroom. You enter a Zoom link. You don't command a room. You captivate a thumbnail. Virtual selling isn't just about adapting your sales tactics. It's about transforming your entire approach to influence. Because now, attention is scarce. Trust is hard-earned. And presence isn't felt in person. It's projected through presence, preparation, and precision. In this new battlefield, the winners are the ones who evolve, the ones who bring the same intensity, clarity, and confidence to a screen that they once brought to a stage. Let's master the craft of selling in the digital age. Chapter 1. The Invisible Advantage. Your buyer is drowning in noise, email overload, Slack chaos, social media fatigue. By the time your meeting begins, their mind is already divided. And yet, most salespeople begin by talking about themselves, their product, their slide deck. That's why they lose. The real advantage in virtual selling lies in personalization, not generic scripts, not templated intros, but genuine, hyper-focused relevance. Before the call, you study them, their business, their language, their pain points. You show up like someone who already knows their world. That's presence, the ability to be fully engaged, fully prepared, and fully focused. It's the discipline of treating a 20-minute virtual meeting with the same reverence as a boardroom pitch. It's turning the ordinary into something that feels extraordinary. Jeb Blount emphasizes that the real differentiation isn't in tech tools. It's in how you make the buyer feel. Do they feel seen, heard, valued, or do they feel like one more task to get through? Attention is the scarcest resource in a virtual world. If you capture it with relevance and respect, you win their trust. And if you win trust, you can win anything. Chapter 2. The brain behind the screen. Our brains were wired for face-to-face communication. We're wired to read eye movements, body language, and micro-expressions. But on Zoom or Teams, all of that is muted, blurred, flattened, which means you're starting every call with a trust deficit, and you need to earn it fast. That's why every detail matters. The lighting on your face, the angle of your camera, the pace and tone of your voice, the way you greet the buyer. These micro moments shape the subconscious perception of your authority, your warmth, and your credibility. Blount teaches that the first 5 seconds are your window to create connection. Do you show up early? Do you smile with your eyes? Do you speak with clarity, confidence, and intention? Or do you seem distracted, rushed, or robotic? The buyer may not remember your pitch, but they will remember how you made them feel. And in the virtual world, emotion is transmitted through nuance. It's also about pacing. Don't rush. Slow down. Let your words breathe. Use pauses with purpose. And always, always listen more than you speak. Because when the buyer feels heard, they lean in. And when they lean in, influence begins. Chapter 3. Video is not a tool, it's a stage. Think about how much effort performers put into a 5-minute performance. Lights, sound, staging, body language, all orchestrated to create impact. That's the mindset you need for every video call. Your webcam is your stage. Your lighting is your spotlight. Your voice is your instrument. If you show up half-prepared, looking like you rolled out of bed, reading from a dull script, you send a message. that the meeting doesn't matter. And if it doesn't matter to you, why should it matter to them? Virtual pros treat every call like showtime. They rehearse, they engage, they emote. Because when energy transmits through the screen, the buyer responds. They feel pulled into your rhythm. They stay focused. They start to believe. Blount shares examples of reps who closed massive deals without ever hopping on a plane, using only short, value-packed Loom videos and personalized clips. Why? Because the message was clear. The visuals were clean. The tone was human. The camera doesn't hide who you are. It magnifies it. And if you can light up that small square with conviction, clarity, and care, you will win more than deals. You'll win loyalty. Chapter 4. Silence Sells. In face-to-face selling, we're often told to fill the room with energy, enthusiasm, and talk. But virtually, less is more. In fact, silence is one of your most powerful tools. When you ask a meaningful question, resist the urge to fill the space. Let the silence work for you. It creates tension. It gives the buyer time to think. It signals that you're comfortable with depth and not afraid of reflection. Blount explains that silence forces the buyer to engage, to respond, to reveal something deeper. And in that space, real rapport is born. Not surface-level small talk, not rehearsed objections, but honest, authentic conversation. Many sellers talk too much out of insecurity. They feel the void and rush to fill it. But that void is where insight lives. It's where trust grows. It's where power shifts. In a world of noise, your willingness to pause, to breathe, to wait, that's what sets you apart. Be the one who listens deeply, who lets the buyer think, who honors their voice more than your own. That's not weakness, that's mastery. Chapter 5. Virtual is not less human, it's more intentional. There's a myth that virtual sales are colder, less human, less personal. Blount dismantles that idea. He shows that when done right, virtual selling requires more empathy, more clarity, more intentionality than ever before. You can't rely on physical presence. You have to earn every second of attention. That means doing the pre-call research, tailoring the message, showing up with a genuine desire to serve, not just sell. It also means tightening your message. Every word matters. Every visual should reinforce your point. No fluff, no filler, only value. Blount reminds us, virtual selling isn't second best. It's the new standard. And when mastered, it gives you more reach, more efficiency, and more opportunities than ever before. But only if you show up with purpose. Use digital tools to enhance connection, not replace it. Use technology to scale empathy, not eliminate it. Show up prepared, show up clear, show up fully. Because when you win trust in a virtual space, you prove your value in the most challenging arena. This is your moment. The digital world has redrawn the battlefield. Those who cling to the past will fade. But those who learn the rules, who master the screen, who communicate with soul, they will thrive. Virtual selling is about more than sales tactics. It's about becoming the kind of person who shines in any environment, who brings presence through a camera, who turns a square on a screen into a window of influence. You're not just running calls. You're commanding a stage. Act like it. This was Virtual Selling by Jeb Blount, brought to you by Success Resources, Books Insights. You don't need to become more. You need to become present. This is more than mindset. It's a mission. Keep seeking, keep growing, keep giving, and together, let's make the world rich again.